So we're off to the shops. It's just before 5, I think, PM.
Yeah.
On Monday. And I've been filming clouds. The clouds are just stunning. There's lots of big white nimbocumulus, I think they are. Somebody will correct me. The ones that build up into, or can build up into storm clouds. Look at that. So this is a road trip, but it's also a cloud trip. And I'm really annoyed that my iMovie, I can't get my iMovie to work. I'm not so sure it's my cable that's causing the problems, because it seems it's when it's transferring from iMovie to, when I'm trying to share it, it won't share. Look at that. Look. So we only get glimpses of this from the garden, but there has been some really beautiful clouds. So yeah, I want to do them on iMovie because I can use them epidemic sound and do a nice musical accompaniment to them. So I think there's rain coming down beneath those over there to the east of us. It's quite black over there. I don't remember the forecast. Have you looked at the weather forecast?
No, not really. I think there was rain.
There was rain due.
Yes.
And the barometer has been dropping and saying rain. But I sat out reading in a t-shirt, and then just before you came out, that big cloud came over the sun, and that was it. It was really quite cold. So we're hardly we had a fire yesterday, but we hadn't had a fire alight for 2 days before that, because the warmth of the day, the heat of the day has warmed the house up, and we've been warm enough. I think we will be this evening. I was just watching Midas Touch before we came out, and there's been a statement from the White House that, oh God, what was it? Deportations from the border. Deportations from the border have dropped significantly. They've dropped more than 100% on the last, I don't know, the last figure. I mean, it's like, God almighty.
100%.
More than 100%.
That would mean they'd stopped. Surely.
Well, there's no such thing as more than 100%, is there? Unless you're the White House and you don't understand maths.
Well, there is, but
Yeah, so I just started watching that, and then I thought, actually, I need to come out. I need to come out and buy something sweet. I'm craving sweet food, and we haven't got any sweet food in the house because it's not something we eat a lot of. And if I start craving, it's like, that's it. I'll just carry on craving. And so my husband drops everything and says, okay, I'll take you out. It's nice having a husband that will spontaneously do my bidding. I'm very lucky.
it's just a good thing there are no buses available.
You better not mention that, because my
No.
first husband might watch this, I don't know. I'll mention it anyway, I don't care. When I was very young and I had my second child, who is Philip, was 2 days old, I had mastitis and felt really ill. And I asked my husband if he would wait a couple of hours until his mum arrived before leaving me, and he couldn't. He was a bus driver, and if he didn't go out, who would pick up the passengers? So they were his priorities, not his newborn baby or his wife. Yeah. It's really pretty over there because it's dark clouds, but there's shafts of sunlight coming through down through the dark clouds. I'm sure it's not rain, but it's quite stunning. For those of you that can look and are not having to concentrate on their driving. And I love all the different shades. I was going to say 50 Shades of Grey, and I suspect there are. I never did read that book. It wasn't ever something that I wanted to read. I'm reading a book at the moment called The Passengers. I'm nearly halfway through. I only started it a couple of days ago. It's a little frightening, and I don't remember when it was written, but I think it was written some time ago, and now it's a little bit too close to home. Autonomous electric cars, and a hacker has got in and imprisoned, I think, 8 passengers. 8 passengers in 8 cars, and is driving them to a destination. And when they reach that destination, they're going to die. Nice. I always worry that my phone's in your way when you're looking. And then
What's most in the way is the sign.
Is this sign on the left here? Yeah.
By advertising who knows what.
Yeah, they put signs up and you can't see past the sign.
Deviation.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And I said the other day, didn't I, that we ought to put a sign on it saying, "Stop putting signs here that block our view."
Yes.
Cool. That's the sun. I'm pleased to say that Vicky is back in France, our cleaner. I'm quite relieved that she's back from America. I was very unhappy about her being out there.
Not arrested at the border.
Not arrested at the border. Doesn't seem to have had any problems on the plane. And I guess when she comes tomorrow, we'll hear all about it. It's amazing, isn't it?
Extraordinary.
It is beautiful.
Sunlit spire against a grey sky.
Say that again?
Sunlit spire against a grey sky coming up.
Yeah.
Oh, it's school chuck out time.
School kicking out college. College.
Motorcycles, kids wandering across the road without looking.
Cars coming out without looking. The gendarmes locked in the gendarmerie.
Not directing traffic.
No. It is really quite black over there.
Doesn't look very busy.
No, it was Monday. That's okay, there'll be all the more cake for me.
Didn't think you were buying cake.
I'm not.
I think you thought you
gonna get a jar of...
Brown sugar.
I'm not buying brown sugar.
Pretty much brown sugar, isn't it?
No, what, Nutella? I'm not buying Nutella anyway. I will buy a Nutella-like. We never have anything like that.
Is that Nestle then? Nutella?
No, well, Nutella has got palm oil in it.
Right.
It is highly sugared, but it's not brown sugar.
Well, close to.
So cheese bought. Nutella lookalike bought with no palm oil in it. Bio, big jar, nearly dropped it. Some big black clouds coming up. I think we're going to get rain tonight. I thought I saw storms on the forecast some days ago. Oh, scenic route.
Yeah, to see what's going on in the town.
Was the remains of a rainbow right in the distance there. I contacted my CPAP machine people, emailed them this morning, and they're going to do a control at a distance. I hope they can sort it out at a distance. I've had it since 2014, so it's 11 years old. I don't know whether that makes any difference, but it is old, I suppose.
They must be short-staffed or something, or because we don't see. We used to have a technician come regularly.
Yeah. They left us with when the technician came last May. She left us with new masks and new hoses that we were to use in November and swap over to in November. So there was no intention to come twice a year. So we'll do a next visit in May. Shows up more on the camera, on the phone, but there's a big blue square patch up there. Looks really weird because it's so regular. Are you going to do the other bit scenic as well? Up the back of the village?
I guess you're saying that because you'd like to.
Well, just thinking it gets us up higher, doesn't it? It's quite a, it's so spectacular today. And when we're in the garden, it's very unusual to have been able to catch some of this in the garden. It's always not quite where I want it to be. You won't be able to go up that first road, will you? Because it's got they're doing roadworks on it, on the flood bit, on the drainage. We can turn right in the village We'll have to go up on the next right, which is normally no entry,
Has that changed?
round the square, because they're working, aren't they?
Yes.
With it, they've got a digger and everything, so you'll have to go up
but
the
it
other.
has changed, has it?
I think it's closed. Also nagged Ludo this morning to get on with a date for the fencing. We've been waiting months. So I kicked arse. He's going to give us a date tonight, apparently.
What's the translation for that?
What, kicked arse?
Yeah.
Dunno. I expect somebody French might explain to me.
We have to explain to her what kicking arse meant in the first place. That's the trouble.
Yeah, so I don't think you can go up here unless... Oh, yes, you
It's
can.
not closed off.
No.
Blimey.
Well, that's looking better.
Looking very thorough.
Hopefully they put in some decent drainage.
Looks like a third lane.
Stop the floodwaters. Stop the floodwaters. They need to replant the trees that they took out. In reality.
You need trees all up there.
Yeah. And the roots of the trees suck up the water.
Yeah, the ground absorbs more if there's tree roots down in it.
Yeah.
And more if they're growing hemp, apparently.
More if they grow in hedges.
Hemp.
Hemp.
Because hemp roots go deep.
Right. We came up here last October and stopped in the car. Was it here or the other side? Was it here?
I don't know what you're talking about.
To look for the eclipse or whatever
Oh.
we were looking for, or the comet. It was the other side, wasn't it?
Before we turned off left.
Yeah, and it was just before you went in for surgery. I think I came up here on my own one evening. But not up here, up the other way. Up the other way.
Oh, I think it's a free log if you've got fires to burn.
There's a few silver linings up there. I put up a short yesterday of me cleaning my keyboard with gloopy gel, and I put it up and made it, I hashtagged it ASMR, and it got a lot of views and 2 new subscribers. Then it was like not very long And it's not something I'm going to be doing in all of my videos. It's quite funny what shorts do.
What does ASMR mean?
I can't remember what it means, but it's some sort of relaxation thing that, you know, some people find listening to people eating relaxing.
Really?
Yeah, or people unwrapping things relaxing. So you just you hashtag it ASMR and then it comes, you know. I'm sure that there's people that find watching somebody clean their keyboard with loopy gel relaxing. So we're going to have Nutella for supper. It's not really my ideal supper. Something sweet, but tough. The clouds are all mixing together now and just becoming rain clouds. Oh, there's going to be a person in the video. It's a boy.
Supposed to come through here.
Waving you on. It was a boy, I think. Was it?
Was it wiggle? I suppose I ought to try getting back to wandering all over here.
Do you think you will?
Well, I don't know. It's worth a try sometime. I walked across that field.
Yeah. Well, give it a go. Probably not tonight.
Well, I won't leave the car here. Be a long walk back for you.
Well, you'd have to come on your own. I'd come and fetch you though if you got so far. You came and brought me from here, didn't you? I walked around and got to this point and it was like, I can't go any further, and you came and collected me.
Why wasn't I with you?
Because I walked off a lot on my own when I was really well and before you had new knees. So I was well enough and really walking a lot. Although that sounds like it was just before I stopped being able to walk. And then you've got new knees now. Well, even if it was to go out and get Nutella spread, it was worth it to go and see the clouds. For me. And if you look out for Kathys at TimelapseClouds at Kathys, you'll get more. Thanks for watching. See you next time.